yeah, I don't need to be as worried about where I'm going, right? So I take a step. Hello world, this is Mindabble, I'm Dee, and today we are gonna go back to the plant stuff because I've been overthinking doing videos for the last couple of weeks. So I guess let's just dabble. Also, there's a bunch of new rootings and stuff, a bunch of updates on what I've been doing since last time. I'm using the camera's mic because as long as it's not autofocusing, it's actually a really nice mic. As long as I'm sitting right next to it, so that's wonderful. Yes, we have a bunch of updates. Let's just go through what I have for now, and then we're gonna go into to my runner story, I guess. So first off, we need to get this one out of the way immediately, because in the last video I took some Ocimum basilicum basil cuttings, and then I went on vacation for about a week, and when I came home they kind of looked like this, which was a bit surprising, but alright, I didn't cover them up with anything, so they could just throw off all the liquid they had inside them. I would. Very nice today. Anyway, the mother plant looked like it was going to be a goner, but I tried giving it some water, let it be for a couple of hours, and then it just perked right up. So now I'm basically just taxiing it around the house, looking for places in direct sunlight where it can get as much of it as possible. I'm just basically hoping for the mother plant to get a lot more growth so that I can just try again. When it comes to these store-bought herbs, they're driven up, so they're not that viable in the nursing pot, but the cuttings are gonna be more lush, more full, and more hardy. So yeah, I'm just hoping the mother plant can just, well, plants can just full up a bit so I can try the cuttings again. Anyway, that's the update on the basil. Next up, we have Tradescantia zebrina, which they have taken roots, and I can't see anything. Anyway, you can kind of see them. They're very beautiful, small, tiny, fine roots. And to be completely honest, it's very nerve-wracking to think of putting those into dirt. So for next time, I think I'm just going to be putting the cuttings directly into soil, because that's apparently just as viable of a way of doing it, and you don't have to worry about tiny little roots. So that might be a better option. You know the state of my mother plant if you watched the earlier videos. I'm gonna go ahead and take some video of the two other outbranchers, I guess, pots, because those are getting quite full. Then I have the Ficus benjamina. One of them has taken root. Let's see if I can pull it up without disturbing all the others. First off, I'm gonna show off how it looked on the 29th. This is how it looks like now. Look at that beautiful, beautiful root. Look at this. It's massive. Absolutely beautiful. So this needs to get into to dirt at the moment. Also, that can't be healthy. That can't be healthy. So I'm gonna put this one up, because the rest of them has they haven't rooted per se, but they're definitely doing something. Definitely doing something. So I'm gonna go ahead and give those a bit more time to see what's gonna happen with those. Also, my dear father-in-law has gifted me some cuttings of his variegated version. So I have a bunch more cuttings. He basically pruned the plant and said, here you go, take these. So when I've cleaned up all of the other propagating plants, I'm probably gonna take some more cuttings just because I really want this one to succeed. So yeah, those have practically just gone into water, so they are not gonna be ready for potting up anytime soon. Then my mother gifted me some cuttings of her, I think this is just a Hoya carnosa, with these little specklings on them. I think it's beautiful, and hers are absolutely gorgeous. It's like this in this huge pot, and it's just trailing down off of a commode, with the bookcase-ish, whatever, you know what I mean. And they have been in water for a couple of weeks, and two of them has put out some roots, and the last one, I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm just gonna put all of them into dirt because maybe it's gonna help. I don't know, maybe. And other than that, also from my dear mother, I got this cutting of a, what's it called? Begonia maculata, polka dot begonia. I should really have taken another cutting because, as you can see, there's a new leaf coming, and I want all of its energy on root generation, and apparently it hasn't really stopped it though. So yeah, this desperately needs to go into dirt now, ish, basically. And the last thing I have for today is I put some lemon pits into propagation, I guess, using this method. Hope I can find it again. I think the only difference I've made from their version is that we needed lemon for a salad, and I just took out the pits from that. So yeah, they have been incubating, I guess, since the 24th of March. So yeah, that's really exciting. I'm very excited to get into this one. So I'm a bit late on that, but I think it's gonna be completely fine. I think that was it. I hope that didn't take too long. I don't think it took too long. 11 minutes, the phone says, and I did mess up a couple of times, so I should be able to cut that down a bit. Anyway, let's get into potting stuff up and my running experience thus far. Okay, so first off, we are gonna go ahead and do the Tradescantia. So, anyway, let's get cracking. So back on the 28th of March, me and my partner were talking about maybe I should actually... I've been walking for quite a while and been reaching my 10 steps a day for, well, on and off, but fairly typically daily goal for the last a little over a year. So maybe I should start trying to run. And they wanted to be a part of it. So also they finally got some barefoot, some shoes that are made specifically for, so you feel like you're not wearing shoes, because they want to use that for running because of an earlier knee injury. So my partner had an app for Couch to 5K, which they used back a couple of years ago, which was apparently a very nice app. So they wanted to share that with me, and we decided to go for a run. And it's a super simple app. It's basically just, it just tells you when to run, and then it leaves you alone for the rest of the time. So that's really nice. So we went out for the run, and the first 1 minute of running was okay. It was tiring, and as you may or may not know, I am a smoker, so it was also quite breathtaking, let's say that. But all in all, quite all right. Then the next 1 minute came, and oh my god, that was probably one of the harder sets I've experienced. But I did it. I got all the way through that 1 minute, and then it just started becoming easy-ish. While I did get winded quite a lot, as said, smoker, it just became really quite nice and refreshing, and all of the things that I've always been told by runners that you can experience from running, which I never myself experienced, and just like thought, okay, maybe you feel this, but I'm never gonna experience this. But it was actually coming in. So we ended up using his app on that day, and then the day after I was like, I kind of want to do this again already. My partner needed a break. I thought, okay, I'm just gonna download the app myself and then go for my own run. So I did that, and it was super nice. It was really hard on the second go of it, but it was really nice. I came back, I felt kind of all right, and really quite pumped on that Monday. I think it would have been the 29th. So all in all, I was feeling really excited about this new venture. I was also a bit in two minds, because I kind of wanted to share it with you, but maybe sometimes I should just do stuff for myself. Maybe when I've tried it a bit more and a bit more, I don't know if knowledgeable is the right way, but I don't know. I felt like this, I wanted to try this out for myself first. Anyway, so we ran then the Sunday on the 28th and Monday on the 29th, Wednesday the 31st must have been, and then on Friday the 2nd of April we were running. All of this was in 1 minute run and then 1.5 minutes walk cycle. So just basically the first very easy step of the app thing program. I'm so sorry. It's just really beautiful. Anyway, up you go. There we go. So all in all, it was really nice, and I thought, hey, this is actually working for me. So on the Friday, the 2nd, we went out for a walk and decided to go a bit off-road. We had been doing it a little bit before that, but this time I thought, hey, I don't need to look that much on the road, because, hey, it's a road often traveled, especially by us. It's one of our main walk areas, going for a walk places in the neighborhood. So yeah, I don't need to be as worried about where I'm going, right? So I take a step right onto a big fat root lying in the middle of the road. Like, this was a root this was my foot, right there. And bent my whole foot this way. So it hurt quite a lot, but we stopped and pause. Woo, cliffhanger. So where was I? Yes, we stopped for a little while and I did some stretches, just standing. We took a small break-ish, and after a little while of just stretching out the foot like back and forward and to the sides, the pain not completely disappeared, but didn't really feel anywhere near terrible anymore. So I thought, okay, let's move a bit further, see where this is going. And after walking on it for a little bit, the pain was completely gone. Nothing to worry about. Everything was completely fine. Yeah, it was basically just, okay. Crisis averted. Later that day, we're taking down a massive shelf. And it's going fine. It's very, it doesn't really want to move, but we finally get it to move and it comes down and it's actually not that bad. But then my foot starts hurting. This is a couple of hours after the run. And I start getting, not really worried, but a little bit, what is going on? We sit down to eat after pulling down the shelf, and then I start getting these jolts of pain in my foot. Like for every second heartbeat, I get this jolt of annoying pain in my foot, and it's not really in my foot. It's kind of underneath it and kind of on the top of the not the toes, but right before that. It's just this. So I put on the sofa and get my foot not wrapped in, but like when you have a cream. A calming cream put onto the foot, so it doesn't really hurt as much, kind of. Get my foot wrapped, borrow a crutch from my sister, and then we have to go and get a COVID test. I'm gonna empty out the pots when I've finished all of the repottings, because they're bound to have too much water in them at the moment. Okay, where were we? I fetched some more dirt, so now we are all good to go again. Still not really sure where we are. Anyway, something about going get tested. Yeah. So we show up at the test site with. Luckily, we have access to a car, so we show up to the test site at 9 in the evening, as per our time slot. And there's barely any people there. It was really nice for a change. So, yeah, I was really happy. I was super happy about that. So, we get in. And luckily, we're able and allowed to borrow a wheelchair. So it's a borrowed wheelchair on a COVID test site. So it's not really. It's a bit yucky, but it's better for me to use a wheelchair than with one crutch in the arm and one foot on the ground, muscle myself over there because I couldn't even, like, I could put my foot down on the ground to stabilize myself, kind of, but I couldn't put any weight on it, any weight at all. So every weight I had on my right side had to go into my hand and my arm on the crutch. So I borrowed a wheelchair. We get tested, everything is fine. We get the wheelchair back to the people at the entrance. So we got tested. Everything was as it was, not really fine, as it was supposed to go. So we come home, and I'm basically knackered. It's almost 10 in the evening. I hurt my foot, apparently, and I'm panicking because I've finally experienced that that feeling people keep talking about regarding running. And what happens now? Do I have to just stop doing it for weeks on end? I've only just started. This is bullshit. I am so angry at this point. Like, but why? Why me? Why now? Why? I don't even know how to articulate it right now. I was angry. Luckily, my partner is a very sweet, very kind, very caring person. So they let me vent, they let me be angry, and they gave me some water. So I was just sitting in the bed stewing and being angry with myself and with the experience. Later that evening, I get up from the bed because I need to go to the toilet, and my partner is asleep. So somehow I get myself muscled up onto the crutch and out onto the bathroom. And then I sit there for a while. I remembered my phone because I apparently can't go to the toilet without needing distractions. So I just sit there and forget about time for a while. And after a while, my legs start falling asleep. So I sit there for a while longer, just contemplating my existence, accepting my fate, expecting the universe to answer some stupid stuff about something, I don't know. And my leg is thoroughly asleep. Well, both of my legs, really. So I get up from the toilet, and my foot has not stopped hurting, but only, like, announces its existence. And I get really worried because what's happening? Also, why is my leg no longer asleep? It was just a weird amalgamation of everything hurt, and then I sit down for a while, ends up with this experience that usually also hurt, but now everything is seemingly being fixed by itself. I have no idea. So during the night of the 3rd, between 1 and 2 in the night, I was standing in the bathroom, questioning my own experience of pain, and decided to go back to bed and see what was going on the day after. We are gonna take a pause on this major interesting cliffhanger while I am gonna while we are gonna check on the lemons and see if anything has gone on with them. Okay. Ooh. This is super exciting. How much time do we have left? We have 10 minutes. That's all right. So, let's pull this out. I'm worried. Holy shit. They have, they've sprouted. But there's also a bunch of black mold-like stuff. And some of them... Okay, we are gonna put this up here. And then I've brought these small pots that I still have no idea the size of. That's alright. I think I basically just left them in there for way too long. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more water. Okay, we're back with more water. Water. Oh no, they're grabbing onto the, there we go. So yeah, that was pretty much where I was. Luckily, the running app is made so that it's supposed to give a break over the weekend. So we had a weekend and just didn't really expect anything to go for Monday and just see what would happen. I was still a bit stiff in the ankle, but I was basically mostly okay, which was kind of terrifying because what's happening? All in all, it was just sore, but nothing hurt. So by Monday, we decided that my partner already needed to reinstall the app because they had a much older version and I had the newer, updated version. So we decided that, well, now might as well be the best time to just update it, and then we can start over, which we did. So this Monday, it would have been the 5th, we went for another run, and it might have been a terrible idea, but it didn't feel like a terrible idea. As in, even now, it doesn't hurt at all. Nothing is wrong, as far as I know. And I have no explanation of what happened. I have no explanation of why it got better after cutting off the blood circulation in the leg. I just know it worked, and that I'm fairly happy. Oh no. That all is good, all is well. Seriously, I don't have an explanation. So if you know what happened, my partner says that it may just have been a nerve that got caught in something within the leg, and I think he might be right, because I sure hell don't really know what else it could have been. So I guess that's that. So now we're back on track. And we are keeping up with redoing the first week this week. So it's basically been 2 weeks of running 1 minute, walking 1.5 minutes, and then keep doing that for half an hour and then go back. So yeah. Next time is today. Today's Wednesday when I'm doing this. It was basically just some weird hiccup. Why does this have 2 main roots? I don't understand. That's fine. That's very far down. It's all right. So yeah, that's my little story time about how I've started running in small amounts and also hurt my foot and then unhurt my foot again. Miraculously, I guess. I hope you enjoyed that story, because that's all there is to it. Look at this. What's going on with all of these roots? Don't mind that, it's just the napkin. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fetch some more of the little pots. Okay, so I think that's actually it. We have talked about the Basil, we've talked about the Tradescantia zebrina, the Ficus, both the normal and the variegated. I suppose we can put them into the holder. We have talked about the Hoya and the Begonia, and also the lemon seedling. Well, pits. I think that's that. Also, we got through the entire story of me fucking up my leg and my miraculous recovery. Yeah, I suppose that's basically that. But thank you for watching all that, and thank you for listening to my terrible tale of near injury. Maybe. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you didn't. And I guess take care of yourself until next time. So I have no idea how to close this, end this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say thank you for watching. Take care. Bye. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Oh dear.